Friends, this is Jazz, bringing you sort of another random video. I know I could have did this through Audacity and then pictures and that, but I thought I would do a live video on this. One, I know, I wanted to do this for a while, but I thought I would make it a little easier, but still put my all into it. Now, this is not really quite a countdown, but it sort of is. It's going to go in any random order, and it's just going to be a talk style. But this is pretty much some things that I wish comes to The Sims 4 that aren't already semi-confirmed. Like, we're already pretty sure we're going to get werewolves and some supernatural stuff besides vampires. And we know sometime we're going to get pets. So that's already kind of in the works. But these things here are very unlikely to happen, but maybe EA will listen, or Sims gurus will listen and do something similar, or very, very close to it. And I'm not going to read them in any particular order. I have my old, well, we'll just say, I'm going to unplug it for it's easier. I have my old iPhone here, just to help me. I wanted to see which one is least important to the most important, I think, but I'm going to put it in any particular order. Now, one of the things that I'm looking for, but this is not necessarily a necessity because I know we just got toddlers, but there's two sides to it. Either a preteen life state or teens that look a lot more like teens than adults. Like, when your child ages up to a teen, they don't look much different than young adults. At all. I mean, you could go up and say, oh, this hot girl or cute boy, oh, it's a teen. It's that bad. Like, you could only tell, I know you could tell by hovering over it, but still, it'd be nice for the teens to look more realistic, as in teens. Like, in The Sims 2, there was a difference. Maybe a little less, less a difference. I still probably would have wanted more in The Sims 2, even for teens then, but they still, you could tell they were younger than what they are now. I mean, they're okay and all, they go to school and all that, but you can't always tell that whether they're teens or young adults. So, EA, if you can, whether it's a preteen stage or younger looking teenager, that would be great. Or as a preteen stage would probably be the best, or a young teen, early teen, that's what I mean. Like, once you're 17, you almost look like an adult. I understand that. But think of it this way. But then again, they do, but at least when they added the toddler stage, they have a middle ground between child and baby. Where now, with child and teenager, you get right from maybe a 12-year-old to like a 17-year-old. And that's what it feels like. Like, you should at least, even if it's not a preteen, preteen isn't necessary, actually. Pretty good with the kids, but a young teen stage. Like a young adult, kind of. Like, that would work a little bit. On that topic, back to one of the other things that I would really like someday. I'm not very sure that's going to happen because they have a formula already pretty well built. And this is more interaction and an AI or an automata, whatever. And that is parents that act more like parents to kids and teens. Or an option for kids and teens like to get grounded or in trouble besides from the principal. Anytime a child, a teen, is skipping school, the principal will give them a few warnings and their grade will drop. And for a kid, like for a teen, that really does not affect at all, except for how they'll do in a career in the future. For a kid, yes, the child can be taken away if their grades drop too low. And that's the thing. They shouldn't have to drop that low. Like, in The Sims 2, a parent, or even like an older brother or sister who's in their adult stage, will go to the child or the teen and say, you're grounded for doing something, whether it's wrong or they skip school, whatever. And maybe it could be annoying at times, but it's realistic, guys. Kids at night could walk out on the town now. I mean, kids. Teens maybe okay, but even teens in Sims 2 would get in trouble for being out past curfew. There's no curfew. For the only child stage affected in The Sims 4 are toddlers. If they go too far, the warning parents to get there will be taken away. The child and the teen have no consequences whatsoever, except that children can't move out on their own. Teens can do that now, but that is a little realistic, I suppose. Which a lot of people wanted that option. I guess it was always there, just the data was off. I know that's probably not going to change, but they gave interactions for specifically toddlers, how they handle it. Like, every few seconds a parent will read something to a toddler, where if a child, I'm going out, I'll probably won't be back till 5 a.m. I might be a little tired, but bye, Mom, bye, Dad. Okay, honey, we're going back on the TV. I mean, really? Okay, no, they don't literally say that, but it might as well be. So, yes, I know a child can be taken away if they're hungry or they don't get enough interaction and that stuff, but that's about it. Right? They're not taken away if they're out in town by themselves. Yet toddlers, which I'm thankful they didn't do that. They didn't do that to a toddler too. Okay, EA, you have made a really good game. Like Sims 4, I love it. It's one of my favorites, but bring back some of that social interaction, like grounding and disciplining. Like, the only way you can be disciplined is if you tell them to. And they just go blah blah blah. What else? They get a bad moodlet. That's it. It doesn't affect what they do or anything. There's no ground even for you yourself. There's no grounding option. I mean, I know this is a little thing, but there's no real connection there, right? Like, at least The Sims 2 had more proper autonomy when it comes to things like that. The parents know that their kids, that they're doing something wrong, that they should be punished for it. I mean, for longer than blah 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 blah, don't do this again. And even after they do it again, blah 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 blah, don't do this again. You don't even know how they feel. Really. Yes, you get their emotions, but unlike Sims 2 where there'd be some little words if they're saying something to them, you don't know. Like, you could pretend they're grounded and make them not do something, but, and yes, it will let you use your imagination, but, okay, calm down, Jazz. This wasn't supposed to be as big of a deal, but really, after playing The Sims 2, you see the difference. You do. Alright. One of the other few things that I really like, the last two, are the ability to take family photos or photos with toddlers. Like, you could take a selfie or whatever, or a picture with your child, but you cannot hold your toddler to take a photo. Or you can't have an option for family photos with all the family members in it. Now, some people get around that by using Photoshop and Sims 4 Studio and all that, but for people who can't properly do that, or it doesn't work for them, that's frustrating. What if you play your game and you want a nice family photo, including the toddlers? Even then, even with the big camera thing, the studio there, you can only take separate photos of adults or of children. There's no in-between either. So it would be nice to have an option without modding the game, and I don't even know if there's a proper mod, but especially without modding the game, it'd be nice to have that ability to get all your family household members together, including toddlers, guys, because that's part of the family, and take a family photo of some sort, even if it looks a little off, because it would be nice to have something to hang up on your game. because screenshots that you take cannot be put into the game. Which comes to my last thing, actually, while I'm at it. The option to paint screenshots or other pictures like in The Sims 2. Now, I know that Sims 2 is different, and I know it's a weird thing, it's painting, but you can still make family portraits through that. For example, that's another thing, like, in The Sims 2, there was a folder where all the little things would be there, the pictures, or where you'd paint. You could put them in there, and then paint them as an option. Where Sims 4, you only paint a select number of paints unless you know how to use Photoshop and everything. And again, the Sims 4 Studio. Like, it's confusing. You only have so many things you can paint. And it'd be nice if you could add your own touch to your career. Like, I'd also like more options for when you write, when you're a novelist. But that would be a little difficult, and I can live without that. I could live with the way they do it, because they do it that way in Sims 2 and others too. So that isn't much changed. Now, as I said, obviously I would love pets, I would love everything else, but hopefully they are coming. This list or this thing is more unrealistic to happen, but maybe someday EA might hear this and say, well, maybe we may not be able to do this exactly that way, but we could compromise. Or maybe she's right. Maybe the parents should be a little harder on the children and the teens for doing things that clearly is impossible to do. I mean, a child could probably sleep over. Okay, I will give them one thing. If someone tries to sleep in another household's bed, they're scalded, but it's adults too. They're smart that way. Oh, that's inappropriate for you to do. Get out. Well, they do have some talk and dialogue, but the point is, get out. But that isn't they have normal common sense that is inappropriate. Yet a teen or a child could go out and party at the bar all night. Okay, yeah, they're not allowed to drink either, so, but I don't know if that only relates to kids. But the point is, they're not allowed to drink. They have a certain menu for kids. So they have some reality to it. Yet the parents, go out, have fun at the bar all night. Bye. I mean, at least they put a bond between the toddlers and the parents, because I don't know how much bond the parents have with the kids. Okay, yeah, suppose they'll randomly hug their kid. But they'll randomly hug a stranger if they were in the mood. Oh, what a nice hug! Okay, yeah, pretty much my wish for that little scenario is a little bit smarter autonomy. Just a little bit. Alright, I better stop before I blow up this computer. Or something like that. But anyway, that was my sort of list. Like I do things like cars I might also like too, but I can live. They have ways to get places, so, and it would have been cool to have cars, but that's fine. And hopefully other things are coming in the future that will make this game great. And okay, before I blow up my mind about the whole autonomy thing, I better stop. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. I make videos every single day, so if you have a chance, check out what you can. And if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. It would help a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video.